Hello guys, this is Nesh from Alcest. I am at Amoeba and I picked up some records and movies for you today. So yeah, this record, it's the soundtrack of the movie Alien, and actually it might be my favorite movie of all time. I watched it as a kid when I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, and it freaked me out completely. I had to actually stop the movie at the chestburster scene, and then it became some kind of obsession to me. Like I was at the same time horrified and obsessed with the monster in Alien. And the soundtrack is great, it's Jerry Goldsmith. So then there is Within the Realm of a Dying Sun of Dead Can Dance. This is their third record or something like that. And for this one, they dropped off the guitars, so they used to be a bit more like post-punk on the previous records. And this one is a bit more like neo-classical, and it's like a real goth record. It's like super dark, very deep, very mystical. I think it might be their best record. The picture on the cover, it's a grave in the Père Lachaise cemetery in Paris. I went to see it and it's like super cool, you know. You go to the graveyard, like that is already a very goth place, and you see the Dead Can Dance cover, you know. So yeah, that's really cool. The Chameleons, so that's a really underrated post-punk band from Manchester. They were not as popular as, for example, Joy Division or The Cure or Bauhaus, you know, because I don't know if it was their look or maybe, I mean, the cover is a bit strange. It's like very bright for being like a post-punk band, but the music is excellent. Actually, they had a big influence on Interpol. Like the two guitars they were playing the same melodies, so it kind of mixes in a very nice way. There are two songs that are amazing. I mean, three songs. Dawnfall, Monkeyland, and for me the best one is Second Skin. Then we've got Deaf Heaven, their last record, Ordinary Corrupt Human Love. So these guys are super good friends of Alcest. We've toured with them in 2012. I really like them, and this record, to me, it sounds a little bit like a comeback to the emotional side of Sunbather, and it has a little bit more indie parts, so it sounds a bit like the Smashing Pumpkins, you know, and it's a bit more soft in a way, because they also have heavy 10 minutes length songs, you know, on this one. But yeah, I think it's a very good record. Then we have Grimes. I am a huge Grimes fan. I discovered her with Visions, her 2012 record. I actually don't know as much her previous records, but I love her persona, you know, like this kind of otherworldly character that she has. And actually she's also making her own visuals, so that's pretty badass. From what I understood, she's a bit of a nerd, just like me. She likes like video games and anime and stuff, so I can relate to that, you know. Then we have Emma Rose Randall, also a very good friend of Alcest. We also toured with her, and this might be one of my favorite records of this year. Lay back in the water, my love. There's nothing like the feel of it. The music is very complex on this one. It sounds a little bit at times like what she was doing with Marriages, her previous band. And yeah, the songs are very deep, lots of different parts and riffs and stuff. I'm very happy to have found this.
I've left. Release me, every fever dream.
Then we have Dinosaur Jr. I mean, they are more famous maybe for their first records, but I actually really like the more recent records, Farm and Beyond. He has a very distinct guitar style. It's a bit rough, but it's very melodic at the same time. And he has a great sound, you know. I'm a big Jazzmaster fan, and his guitar tone is very famous, very respected by the gear nerds, you know. I love the cover too. It looks like the ants from the Lord of the Rings, you know, it's like kind of cute. I don't know. I picked up this one, Massive Attack Mezzanine, because it's a record that I've been listening to for many, many years, but I didn't have it on vinyl, so that's really cool. And it's one of these records that you can listen from the first to the last song, and all the songs are just amazing. It's one of the only bands for me, maybe with like New Order, for example, that can mix electronic elements and more like organic parts like guitars and real drums in a very elegant and tasty way. So yeah, this is a perfect record. This is like total classic. There come the nerd things. This is the OST of Shadow of the Colossus. So it's a video game. I'm a big fan of Ico. It's a game that these creators has made before Shadow of the Colossus, and I actually didn't really play to this one, but I love the visual, and I'm sure the OST is really great. This is one of my favorite games of my childhood, Rocket Knight Adventures on Genesis, also known as Mega Drive in Europe. So yeah, Slowdive, this is my all-time favorite band. People that listen to Alcest, they know that it's my favorite band because I always talk about them. You know. And this is Blue Day. I think it's a compilation. It has some of their first songs. And for me, Slowdive, it's more about the melodies. If you strip down the songs to just like acoustic guitar with nothing else, no reverb and stuff, they still remain very good songs, you know. Whereas I think some other shoegaze bands, they maybe rely too much on the effects, you know. Their music is very melancholic, and I tend to like nostalgic, melancholic type of music, and it's very aquatic too. I don't know why, but Slowdive always sounded like water to me. It has this wavy thing. It's one of the only records I didn't have from them, so yeah, I'm very happy to have found it. So we have Björk. I actually started to like her quite recently because when I was a kid, she was being played on TV. I mean, she was super popular, of course, but I always found her music to be very strange, very weird. She's using a strange melodic language, you know, and her songs are very stripped down. I mean, her vocal lines are very melodic, but it's mostly based around percussions and like weird sounding instruments. So Explosions in the Sky, they are my favorite post-rock band, same as Slowdive. They have very, very good melodies. Their guitar work is amazing. They really have hooks in their songs, you know. And yeah, this is their second record. It's a bit more rough, I think, and a bit more dark than what they did after, but it's excellent. Really, really good record. So Ghost in the Shell, for me it's one of the best anime as a movie. And the soundtrack is great. It sounds a bit like a mix of Bulgarian chants and traditional Japanese music. And it has like percussions. It's very, very minimalistic. It's funny because the movie is very sterile, very cold, and the soundtrack is actually quite organic. You know, it sounds almost like some kind of chanting tribe. You know, so yeah, there is a very nice contrast to it. And this movie also one of my favorite movies, along with Alien. I mean, it has nothing to do.
Man, you are one twisted fuck. Nope. I'm just an ordinary guy with nothing to lose.
But I saw it when I was a teenager in the cinema, and I just loved it. It's very profound. It's in a way quite spiritual. I mean, the end of the movie is super spiritual.
There's so much beauty in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing it all at once, and it's too much. My heart fills up like a balloon that's about to burst.
But also, it's a little bit fucked up and creepy at times, and very smart. I love a lot of ideas that are in this movie, and the aesthetics are very nice too, and the actors are amazing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Spectacular.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.